Ray made me sit on his lap, making me feel uncomfortable and uneasy. I excused myself to use the restroom, hoping to escape the situation. However, when I exited the bathroom, Ray was waiting outside with his pants down. He forced me to touch him, but stopped when he heard my unapproaching. My take on this, that if you wouldn't have came home early, they would have been getting it in. Period. You walked in at the right time. Cause who's to say if you wouldn't have been walking in, they would have been cranking each other. I'm just saying.
You'll get every little bit. You ain't never seen a trick like this. Heaven at your fingertips. Don't you let a minute slip. Just say you have me. Oh, tasty and easy. Hope you don't sleep on me. I got good plenty.
Welcome to the Real Peachy Podcast. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Okay, so y'all, I finally got my mic today. And please don't look at my hair. I look like Ronald McDonald, but I got conditioner in my hair, so just ignore that. But welcome to the Real Peachy Podcast. And today we doing something a little different. Y'all already know, just like my channel, my podcast is gonna be all over the place. We're not gonna do just one thing. I'm gonna talk, I'm gonna interview people. I'm gonna be doing Am I the A-hole? Read so I can get responses and things like that. So yeah, that's what we doing today. Um, so I'll be getting these from Reddit. Cause I know y'all gonna be asking, like, where are you getting these stories from? And I also want y'all to follow me on Reddit. I'm going to start a community on Reddit. Um, and I want y'all to add y'all stories. Or y'all can send them to my email or don't text them to me. Because I want them to be kind of like long and have some context. So text them to me gonna be too much. So I either want y'all to send them to my email or send them to which is vpeachy529 at gmail.com, or send them to my Reddit. And you can do it anonymously. It doesn't have to be um you know so everybody can read it. Okay, so the first story I'm going to read, so basically I'll be reading the story. If it has updates, I'll read the updates. Then I'll give you my opinion on it. And then I will read you the comments. And then, of course, in the comments, I want you to tell me what you feel about it. Okay. Okay, here it is. Okay. So let me start this. This might be a trigger warning for some of y'all because it does talk about ending pregnancy, um, and that type of thing. It talks about uh like voluntarily ended pregnancy, and it talks about like spontaneously ending pregnancy. So it might trigger some of you guys. So if you are watching this and it might do that for you, you might just want to keep that in mind, or you may not want to watch or listen. Okay. Um, am I the a-hole for telling my girlfriend I can't trust her anymore when it comes to her wanting the baby? Okay. I, 28 male, have been dating my girlfriend, 26 female, for 4 years. She has told me she wanted children. We just didn't actively try for one, though. I never pressured her into having a baby. It was more so her idea. I make enough and we own a home, so having a baby is something we can do. So to clarify, I'm not mad at her for this. I'm extremely concerned, and I feel like everything she has said about her wanting the baby was a lie. Abortion is also legal up to 21 weeks of pregnancy in our state. So she told me she was pregnant, she was having symptoms, and took a test. She was happy about it and excited. I was happy as well and offered to make an appointment for her. We both went together, and she was 6 weeks pregnant. We have been planning. She even told her friends and family. She ended up having a miscarriage at around 9 weeks. It was sudden and she was upset, and I comforted her about it. It seemed very tough for her, so I did my best to try and make her feel better. I had to retrieve something from a drawer in our bedroom, and I found some herbs covered under a bag. It was pennyroyal and mugwort. I was confused because I have heard of pennyroyal being used to cause some self abortions. I asked her about it, and she immediately became defensive and told me that she didn't know where it came from. I kept trying to ask her about it, and she ended up telling me she used it to have a miscarriage. She was crying, and I was just in shock. I asked her, I asked her why. I told her she didn't have to lie to me about it, and I'm confused because she was the one who really wanted a baby. She didn't give me an answer about it. I told her that we need to go to the hospital to make sure she isn't hurt, since pennyroyal is toxic, but she kept declining. It's been a few days and she seems fine. I've been trying to ask her about this, but she just says she doesn't want to talk about it. Apparently she was telling her friends and family she had a miscarriage and has been accepting condolences. She's avoiding this, but I don't want to push it towards her anymore. I'm not too sure what to do about this because I'm worried she might be having some type of mental breakdown or something. I eventually told her that she should not tell me about having a baby again, and I can't trust her about it anymore. She was upset hearing that, but what else could I say about something like this? This might make me a huge asshole, but in the back of my mind has been has been thinking she might have did this for attention from her friends and family. I don't know what to do, and I feel like a horrible person for even thinking this stuff. Edit. I'm thankful for all the info on the herbs and all of the advice. I can't comment for a few hours because I'm going to not be on Reddit, but I am going to talk to her tonight and tomorrow or whenever everything has calmed down, I will make an update. Okay. So my take on this. All right, so my take on this is okay, first of all, you just gotta like I try to be an open minded person, right? And I've been pregnant before, okay? And sometimes men change when you pregnant. And he just telling his side of the story. So I wanna say, and for him to say that he's not mad, not to say that that's the only emotion that he can feel, but he like, well, he want to clarify that he's not mad at her for this. He's just concerned. Which, okay, this is a woman that you've been with. This, and that. Now they've been together for years. They have a house together. They're just boyfriend and girlfriend. They're not married or anything like that. So I want to say, he seems like he's concerned about her or whatever, but I don't know. It's two sides to every story. So it's like maybe when she got pregnant, maybe she saw a different side of him. You know what I mean? Maybe he came out of a different bag on her, and instead of her just being honest, she was like, "Huh, I'm not about to have this baby." You know what I mean? Like, or you could think of it in a different way. Maybe it wasn't his kid. Maybe she was pregnant by another guy. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, and then he's saying that she was telling everybody. I don't know. This kind of hard. Now let's just say that she really got pregnant, and let's say it was all about manipulation. She really just got pregnant just to make herself have a miscarriage. Like, because I never heard of pennyroyal. I never heard of mugwort. I've never heard of these things. So I'm actually going to look them up. Um, so apparently the mugwort stuff, just from reading some of the comments or whatever, causes major hormonal level issues, and it can cause miscarriages. And the pennyroyal causes liver and kidney issues. Um, but that's deep. Like, who would go through all of that to have a miscarriage? Like, why wouldn't you just, it's been 4 years, you ain't got pregnant in this long. Did you go off your birth control? You know what I mean? I just, like, every time I read these stories, I always think about the other side of it. So I will keep this on saved, because hopefully there'll be an update. But he just posted this, because they do say when they posted it. He just posted this 8 hours ago. So I'm gonna keep, because the way my man work, I be like, do 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 do. Okay, what about this? What about that? You know what I mean? But I don't know. I have to think from the pregnant woman side of the thing. And my thing is, I ain't about to go through all that. I'm just about to be like, dude, you tripping. I'm not about to have this baby. And then I'm to the clinic. You know what I mean? And I maybe, you know what I'm saying? Who's to say he ain't some type of narcissist? And she just was like, and maybe he wasn't gonna let her have an abortion, or maybe she couldn't afford it, and he wasn't gonna pay for it. You know what I mean? Like, no, like, I'm kind of on her side, and I don't even know the rest of the story. I don't know. I don't know. But okay, let's get into the comments. So the comments is NTA. Okay, I don't know some of the abbreviations. I don't know what NTA would be, but speaking as a professional herbalist, pennyroyal in particular can indeed cause damage to the liver or kidneys, depending on the quantity and potency of how much she consumed. Mugwort is less toxic but has been known to cause miscarriage as it affects hormone levels significantly. I highly suggest getting a checkup and mentioning ingesting those herbs and how much. That said, this is a relationship ending decision. While your partner has every right to decide to terminate an unwanted pregnancy, she lied to you. Conceal her decision to use a DIY and dangerous abortifacient. I've never seen that word in my life. Abortifacient. 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 Yeah. And then accepted condolences for her miscarriage that she probably caused. Now that's the weird part. The fact that she knows she caused it, and then she like getting all this sympathy from people. So she is a little gone up in the head. So that part, I do agree with that part. Like, you psycho, because you know you caused the miscarriage. Like, I wonder, did she tell anybody the truth? Like, all girls got a best friend or a sister, because she definitely ain't told her man. So all girls have a sister or somebody that they close to. I wonder, did she tell anybody the truth? Like, girl, I ain't about to have this baby. Girl, I'm about to pop these pills or take these herbs or whatever it is. I'm about to make this tea or whatever. And baby, this baby about to be finito. Baby, end it over with. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. But this indicates a level of mental health problem that is not safe for any future family plans. I agree with that, though. Let alone the loss of trust for having deceived you to such a degree over such an important life changing event. Yeah, she needs therapy, and you need to leave this relationship or choose to never have children. If she decided at a later time in pregnancy to take herbs like this, there's a serious risk to both her and a possible child. Just because something is natural doesn't make it safe. Hemlock is natural. Cyanide is natural. I don't know what hemlock is. I've heard of it though. I know it could be I know exactly what it is, but I know it could be uh it could kill you. And then cyanide, I know for sure that could kill you as well. I can name 20 plants that could kill you or make you wish it had. That's why you need to talk to a qualified herbalist before making up a potion. Seriously, you need to leave this relationship. It's not safe and she can't be trusted. That that reply got 1.9 thousand likes within 8 hours. Next. He responded, "Thank you for this. She won't even tell me how much pennyroyal she took, but she did tell me she drank around 8 strong cups of mugwort. I'm guessing she's worried I call the ambulance on her or force her to go to the hospital if she told me how much pennyroyal she took. I didn't see fully how much pennyroyal is left since I didn't get a close look. I'm going to have to recheck in the drawer. I really don't know why she won't tell me. You're right. I think I need to end this relationship, but it might be a mess. I'm going to talk to her tonight whenever I'm not busy." Okay, this is that same person. "I'm sorry this happened, but it's no longer your responsibility to convince her to get checked. She is an adult and presumably capable of making a doctor's appointment. While that's a lot of mugwort, it's probably not enough to harm her, although there's no way to be sure because strong tea is not a quantifiable dose. However, if she used an equal amount of pennyroyal, that would be concerning, not only for causing a miscarriage, but liver damage is certainly possible at that dose. Example, 8 cups of strong tea. It's still not your responsibility to convince her to seek medical care or psychiatric help. It's your responsibility to choose your future path and let your partner decide her own future path. Again, my condolences for your loss of a child and the betrayal of your trust." Next person. Yep, at some point, one has to take responsibility for their own actions. No one will be there forever. Next person. Leave and find someone you can trust. Next person. OP. I don't know what OP means. OP needs to document what he found and then tell someone else, either her family member or close friend, someone she can't ignore and who will be more concerned for her health, physical and mental, than her reputation. At that point, you've done everything you can and can step back without any regrets later. She can't be trusted to look after herself, but she also sees nothing wrong with what she did. That and the consequences are on her. Now, that's definitely something I would do. Whether I broke up with her or not, I would definitely tell like her best friend or her mother or her sister or, you know what I mean? Like somebody needs to know the real situation, like what actually happened. Because this, you know what I mean? Considering that it's so fatal and you never know like what could be going on. Like she could be out and about and you know what I mean, and then start having some side effects of what she actually did. This is deep. And it's just I don't know. Okay, so this is somebody else. Depending on where she lives at, that could have severe legal consequences for her. Even in places where abortion is legal, they're not lenient with women who self abort. It's probably the reason she didn't want to go to the hospital. Making sure she knows the danger she could be in is the right thing to do. But at the end of the day, the choice to risk her health is in her own. Yeah, but if she, okay, so this is somebody responding to that comment, not the person, but just another person on Reddit. Yeah, but if she wanted an abortion, she literally could have gone to a clinic and had it done legally. What she did is and or could be considered murder in a lot of states. Okay. So I'm gonna keep this here. Um and I'm gonna check for updates on this one. This is a good story. I like this one. It caught my attention. And I'm gonna come back to this. Okay, let's get to the next story. Um, Let's get to the next one. Okay, so let me say this. I didn't read this entire story. I just kind of like read uh the name of it, and then I was like, this is gonna be a trip. So let's get into it. Okay. So am I the a-hole for considering breaking up with my fiance after walking in on her making out with her brother? Okay. Let's see what this about. I 30 male have been engaged to my fiance 28 female for about a year. We've had a strong relationship for at least I thought we did. We've always communicated well, and I genuinely believed we were in a good place. We talked about the future, marriage, and everything that comes with it. I never had any major doubts. Recently, I went on a weekend boys trip with some friends. I had planned to stay the entire weekend, but for some personal reasons, I decided to cut the trip short and return a day early. I wasn't expecting anything unusual, just looking forward to surprising my fiance and spending some quiet time together after being away. When I walked in the door, I was completely blindsided. My fiance and my brother, 32 male, were making out on the couch. They both froze when they saw me, and I just stood there, unable to process what I was witnessing. My fiance immediately started apologizing, saying it was a huge mistake and that it didn't mean anything. She explained that they had been drinking and things just got out of hand. But it was a one time thing and didn't change how she felt about me. My brother didn't say much, but he looked incredibly guilty and ashamed. I couldn't think straight, so I left and went to a friend's place to clear my head. I've been avoiding both of them ever since. My fiance has been calling and texting nonstop, apologizing and begging for me to talk to her. She keeps saying she's sorry, that it was a mistake, and that she regrets it, but I can't shake the feeling that I'll never trust her again. My brother has also texted me saying he's sorry, but I honestly don't know if I can ever look at him the same way. I feel completely betrayed by both of them, and I'm struggling to figure out what to do next. Some friends say I should break up with her because I'll never get over this. Others think I'm overreacting and should forgive her since it was just a drunken mistake. My parents are split. My mom thinks I should let it go, while my dad agrees with my friends that I should end things. I'm really torn. I feel like my entire world has been turned upside down. Am I the a-hole for thinking about breaking up with my fiance and cutting ties with my brother? Or am I overreacting to a one-time mistake? My take on this, that if you wouldn't have came home early, they would have been getting it in. Period. You walked in at the right time. Because who's to say if you wouldn't have been walking in, they would have been cranking each other. I'm just saying. Like, you, ain't no way. Ain't no way. And who's to say that this was their first time? You just so happen to go away for a boys' weekend and they at the house kissing. Mm-mm. Leave her. And I ain't gonna say cut your brother off because that's your brother. But I'm gonna say watch him around your women from now on. But no, you know what? I am gonna say cut off your brother. I'm gonna say this: feed him with a long handle spoon. You ain't got to be with him. You ain't got to be around him. You ain't got to be kicking it with him and all that. But feed him with a long handle spoon. You know, if you at your parents' house, be around them with your parents. But you and your brother ain't got to kick it because he just as wrong as she is at the end of the day. So yeah, that's my take on that one. Okay, so let's see what the Reddit people commented. Get your ring back and kick your brother in the groin. Right there. This drunken mistake had a lot of consequences, didn't it? Number one, just happening to be hanging out together along in OP's house. So what do OP mean? Can somebody figure out what that means? While OP is away, shouldn't have been returning home. Exactly. Apparently get drunk enough to mistakenly make out with each other. Most people manage not to do this while out in borderline blackout, might I add, but aren't drunk enough to not be able to immediately notice someone coming home or that what they're doing is wrong or formulate some clear sentences about what a oops it was or formulate excuses or look guilty as what and not just sloppy, confused, etc. Exactly. Dump the fiance, not NC with the bro and inform anyone who asks as to why this went down, which is I caught my fiance cheating on me with my brother when they thought I was out of town. The end. Period. This and the lead comment, the end. Get the ring back and as he said, kick bro in the nuts. And tell my mother that my brother rocked this boat and you'll not be keeping the peace and don't she dare ever mention that OP needs to play nice because family after what brother did, especially if brother and ex hook up, they're all dead to him. Now, I ain't gonna say dead to him, but I think that's a bit far, but that's crazy. Keeping the peace is nothing but victim blaming for people too soft to make a real choice. You're either condemn it or condone it. There's no neutral. Neutral. I agree. I agree. Can this definition be made into banner for this sub? Spot on. They've been looking up for they've been okay, I assume that means hooking. They've been hooking up for a long time to be that comfortable with each other when OP was away. Tell mom that she'll still gain a daughter but with a different son as well as lost a son. I would just move on as trust is most important thing in any relationship, especially marriage. Exactly. Just text fiance that wedding is off and you want your ring back. Don't discuss it any further for risk of blowout fight that will be useless if relationship is over anyway. As for brother, I would just tell him not to contact you and you will contact him when and if you decide. Yeah, I'm pretty much with everybody in the comments. Break it off with her. Don't deal with the brother. Like, this too much because ain't no way. Ain't no way. And like I don't even believe that this was their first time. They probably been messing around. This ain't their first time messing around. They probably been getting it in. They ain't just started. Not at all. Um and then let me go to one more story. One more story. Making chicken? Hey y'all. I'm recording. Oh, what up, Peachy Podcast? This is your boy DJ, her son, and whatnot. You know, Peachy just got done washing her hair a few hours ago. It's smelling all good. Oh, it's that conditioner. It's still in there. Got me a new headset. So, would I be the a-hole for confronting my uncle and showing my family he's a liar? Okay. I'm struggling with whether to confront my aunt's husband, Ray, not his real name, about a traumatic experience from my childhood. When I was 8, I would often spend the night at their house and play with my cousin. However, one night, Ray crossed a boundary that has had a lasting impact on me. While playing outside, Ray made me sit on his lap, making me feel uncomfortable and uneasy. I excused myself to use the restroom, hoping to escape the situation. However, when I exited the bathroom, Ray was waiting outside with his pants down. He forced me to touch him, but stopped when he heard my aunt approaching. I immediately told my parents what happened and they believed me. However, when they confronted Ray, he denied everything, calling me a liar. Unfortunately, our family sided with him, leaving me feeling isolated, hurt, and betrayed. Years later, I'm still grappling with the emotional aftermath. I'm tired of being called a liar and want Ray to acknowledge the truth and take responsibility for his actions. I'm considering confronting him in front of our family, but I'm unsure if it's the right thing to do. Okay. Um, Considering that your family did not believe you, my take on this, that's rough. Now you like you said, your mother did, like your immediate family, your parents did or whatever, but the rest of the family didn't. So that's rough. And then seeing that you older now, and then he's still in the family, like hopefully he hasn't done this to any other kids. But what it might do, seeing that you bringing it up now, it might bring um it might bring to the light things that he's done to other people's kids. You see what I'm saying? Like it might bring to the light something that he's done to somebody else's child. So this could be a good thing, or it could be a drag session. Cause then everybody gonna be on your back, like, why you bringing this back up? You dragging it. You know what I mean? So it depends. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Would I bring it back up? I mean, it depends on how much it was sitting on my heart. Like for sure, I know my mother would believe me and my father. I know. Like you know, would the rest of my family believe me? I don't know. I know my mother and father would. Like it, for sure. But this could be a good and a bad thing. So you want to be real, you know what I mean? Because you bringing it back up, you know how family could be. Mm-mm. Okay, let's read. Oh, honey, I'm so incredibly sorry that happened to you, and even more sorry that you are still feeling the effects of it. I hope that you can one day find peace and healing. I don't really have any advice on this one, but it is a way beyond my pay grade. You are in a situation where no matter what you choose, there will be fallout and effects that neither you nor we can begin to predict. Exactly. Do you have a counselor, psychiatric professional, therapist, or someone you trust that you can work with through this one? That's what I was going to say, too. I was thinking, too. Like, over the years, you should have got some therapy or some professional help or something, because this is deep. This is not even with you out in it or whatever like that. Is that actually gonna make you feel better? Is that gonna make the situation any better? Even if he admitted, is that actually gonna heal you of how you've been feeling these years? You know what I mean? Unfortunately, most of the time, peace comes from within ourselves, as we don't have the ability to control others and how they respond exactly. I wish I had a therapist. I feel like that would help a lot, but I don't make enough to afford one. Are there any low cost health clinics near you? They can usually help with resources for low or no cost mental health. Are you a student? Your school may have resources available. I definitely understand the cost barrier is very rough. Yeah. So that was that one. I definitely am going to. I have that one saved as well. So if she does an update, she just posted this about 23 hours ago. And it's only 3 comments. Those 3 that I just read. And I pretty much feel like um, the first lady that commented, or replied or responded to the post. But all right, so please comment here if you don't have anything to comment on either one of the ones I read. Put some peaches in the comments. Put your emojis in the comment. I am doing. I thank y'all for watching. I am doing a shorts challenge for the month of December. I know everybody does Vlogmas, but I'm not gonna try to dedicate myself to posting a actual video every day in the month of February. So I'm gonna do a short. Shorts are now 3 minutes. So or can be up to 3 minutes. So I am posting at least one short, which could be 60 or up to 60 or up to 3 minutes. So it could be 2 seconds or 3 minutes. So I am uh dedicating myself to that. I am trying to get my subscriber count up. I'm at 6,343. And that's my purpose of doing this. I've been kind of like at a standstill with my subscribers, and I am trying to boost my subscribers up. And I know that shorts can do it. So when the hashtag for that is hashtag Peach Challenge or hashtag Peachy Challenge, hashtag Shorts Challenge, and then also your hashtag your emojis, whatever they might be. All right. So thank y'all for watching. And here's the outro. Thanks. Bye.
Hey, that shit over. Hey, that shit over.
Deep Brooks exclusive.
Had some people that was close to me. They ain't dead, they just smoked to me, it's over. Made that bed and now they laying on it. Be careful what you say, you gotta stand on it. Yeah, that shit over. Don't accept your apology, that shit over. Ain't no texting or calling me, that shit over. Yeah, that shit over.